Ladies, how are you both? Great to
Good.
see you both.
Good.
Yes, you too.
Good to see you too.
Fantastic. And it was also great seeing you in this film. It's just got to be amazing. I'll just start with you, Phil, is that how many people, I mean, just love this whole series, movie, family, group. When I told some friends, hey, I'm going to be doing Downton Abbey, and they're going, whoa, did you see it? Yeah. I said, did you like it? I said, yeah. And they're going, I'm so jealous. And I'm going, like I told the other group, it comes out next week. So you're going to be okay. But what does that mean for you, just knowing about, just this massive crowd or group of people that just love this?
It's incredible, and I hope people do go and see it, because it's really, it makes you come out with your heart a wee bit lighter, having seen it, I would say.
Yeah.
So you've got to vote with your feet, folks. Go and see us in the cinema. It is wonderful, and it's lovely to think that here we are in our second movie, having done 6 seasons, 1 movie, and people still have an appetite and still want to see this whole saga, further itself. So it's amazing.
Yeah, and it's just so lovely to be a part of something that has, brought people so much joy, and people, because we all love to invest in certain shows and characters and stuff, and I know how much joy that has brought me watching other shows. So to be a part of something that does that for other people is wonderful.
Yes, privilege. Right. It's lovely.
And I was also going to say, a lot of us, of course, watched the series, watched the other movie, knew everything that was going on. And I took my intern with me. She's 20. So she, had heard of it, but had not, seen anything. But the best part is, I was going to say, the best part is she watched this movie and enjoyed and knew, was able to follow along. So it's like, oh, that's great.
Well, that's interesting and a lot of people have said that in fact, I was doing a Q&A somewhere, and the guy who was mediating had never seen, strange choice, but the guy had never seen any of it.
Oh.
I know, but he was mediating the Q&A, but he was saying that it didn't matter. He sort of gathered what was going on within the family network and who was who, and the story itself took him along, and he loved it. But so I think it can appeal, if you don't know anything about it, to people who are dyed-in-the-wool fans, of which you must go and see it because you love it.
I do think this movie has surpassed the first one. Julian and the team have really done such an amazing job. It really made me laugh out loud so many times and shed a tear, and I just left, and I've seen it twice, and obviously I know what happens, so both times I just left feeling, like you say, your heart feels full at the end of it, doesn't it? It's really lovely. So I really hope people enjoy it as much as we did.
And that says a whole lot. Like you said, you're in the movie and you've seen it twice and came out feeling good. That's great.
Well, I'm looking forward to seeing it. I've only seen it once. Well, no, that's not true. I saw it in a tiny wee viewing theatre with 2 people in a whippet just before we had to do some press. And then I saw it at my local cinema after, and then we did a Q&A. And I'll be looking forward to seeing it with an American audience. That's what because I haven't yet. And so I'm intrigued to know what their reaction will be. Definitely.
Come to Detroit for your screening. I'll fill it up and you can sit and enjoy. How's that sound?
That would be great fun.
Well, fantastic. And then, like you said, just also, I know I've got like about a minute left. One of my other favorite parts was just watching the people shooting a movie there in the house. And even to this day, as you all know, people are like going, we don't want the movie people in our homes shooting anything.
Yeah, I mean, it's very much art imitating life, isn't it? Because I mean, obviously, as Downton, we embark on.
I mean, I wouldn't have a movie crew in my house, would you?
No.
But yes, it's interesting.
Because we go to Highclere Castle to film Downton, so Lord and Lady Carnarvon have us, enveloping their house, invading, just so yes, just sort of imitate that with our movie within a movie was really fun as well.
Absolutely. Well, ladies, thank you so very, very much for your time. Enjoy, and I look forward to seeing it my second time too. So thanks a lot.
Good. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Hi, Greg.
Greg, hello. I'm just going to spend the entire interview looking at
Your background.
Great.
Is that your family? Who's that? No, it's Charlie Chaplin. No, who's that?
Yep. Charlie on that side, but there is a
Okay.
picture from 1930 of my mother
Oh,
and
cool.
her sisters. Yep, I was going to say, you guys have Downton Abbey. This is my downstairs Abbey. This is in my
Very
so,
good.
but just have to say, first and foremost, I mean, I've enjoyed your work, both of you, over the time, and just want to say it is so great to see you both. And just to start out, Elizabeth, for both of you, really, but Elizabeth, I'll start with you. This has to be like the greatest family reunion now when you guys get together to do a project. I mean, you've been with each other, for quite a while. Talk a little bit about that, just the friendships that you've made with everyone.
Oh, I mean, it's everything for me. They really are my extended family. I mean, I'm a person that's living away from their country as an American in England, and I never ever thought that I would really be welcomed. I mean, obviously I love living there, but for me to be a part of this cast, and when I grew up, I would sit with my granny and my mom in the kitchen and watch these British shows. And I literally, I'm not just saying this, I would think, I will never be one of those actors. I will never be in that kind of show because it's just not my fate. I'm a kid in Encino, California. And lo and behold, here I am in the middle, in the bosom of this family, and beyond my wildest dreams, it's happiness for me.
I can only imagine, truly, yeah.
And then, of course, on top of that, in the case of this movie, my husband was always hanging around as a sort of mascot because he would come and pick me up at the end of the day, and he loved all the actors and loved hearing the stories and just even loved it more than me. And now I show up on the first day and there he is with a giant crew around him, and he's running it because he's the director. I mean, that on top of everything else is just a sort of dream come true.
Elizabeth, had he not told you he was directing it?
And I hasten to say it was nothing to do with me. I mean, it was like, I was like, what?
I know that's got to be the surprise. It's like you show up for work and it's like, I just left you.
I know.
So what's going on?
You don't do anything, do you? I mean, I never even saw him do anything except watch TV until he directed the show.
But then even like with Family there is so much going on with the family, so many, little specialties that you kind of like follow along with in the story. Whereas not to give, anything away, but it's just kind of intriguing because you always think, I thought I knew you, like that.
Sure.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. I think Elizabeth only discovered that she had Shirley MacLaine as a mother after about 3 seasons. That's part of the treat of Julian Fellowes' writing, is that there are always these little nuggets being uncovered along the way, little surprises which make you reassess what you thought
who you thought you were. But doesn't that happen in life sometimes? I mean, sometimes I look at my husband and I do think, who are you? That's life.
Maybe my wife and I do the same thing sometimes. It's like, what? What happened after 30 years?
Who are you?
You're still here?
Yes, right. But also just have to say this too. It's got to also be very gratifying knowing the following that this, whole thing has. I mean, when I told people I was going to be talking to the folks from Downton Abbey, they were like, a lot were jealous, going, and did you see the movie? I said, yeah. And they're going, oh, I said, you can see it next week. No, don't worry.
Dry your eyes.
Right. I have to enjoy very, very much the conversation. You look like you were going to say something. I'm sorry. But
only that when we made the film, we were very conscious that we had a loyal audience out there, and that we really wanted to deliver something that would give them pure entertainment and pure escapism after all the dark days we've been living through. And hopefully we've delivered.
You did. Thank you both very, very much. Really appreciate your time and enjoyed it. Take care.
Thank
Talk
you.
soon. Bye-bye.
Keep the gallery going. It's brilliant.